22 laps to go here in Michigan. Laps are becoming precious as right now the battle for the lead is off turn 2 and headed up the back straightaway.
William Byron starting to really pressure Carson Hocevar. Hocevar trying to break the draft halfway down the back straightaway as Byron is only a half a car length behind him. Into the corner, Byron drives it to the bottom of the racetrack, following Hocevar back off 4.
All these drivers make their way back to the start-finish line. Steve Post down to just 21 laps to go.
Listening to the conversation of Ty Gibbs running in the 4th spot now. He is about a lap to a lap and a half short, and he's been instructed by Tyler Allen, his crew chief, to save fuel. They will let him know when to go. Coach Gibbs down here, his grandfather and team owner pacing back and forth. Ty Gibbs also need to note that the first stage of this race, that car was absolutely terrible. So loose he could barely drive it without spinning it out. So Tyler Allen has done a good job, A, dialing us, handling up on the race car, and B, with some strategy to give him a shot here in this fuel mileage run to the end of the race.
Austin Cindric was also on pit road. Postman, what was the update for Austin?
Austin Cindric had a left front flat tire when he went by me. A left front flat tire. Good thing he didn't get in the wall or anything. He's back out on the racetrack and back up to speed.
When I look at the top 5 runners right now, Carson Hocevar, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Ty Gibbs, and Denny Hamlin, there's 2 cars that stand out to me with the time they spent on pit road. William Byron at almost 11 seconds. They got more fuel in that way. There's 3 guys that had 9-second stops. Denny Hamlin as well. He's out there in the almost 12-second stop. Denny's got to be good on fuel.
2 of those top 5 have never won a NASCAR Cup Series race, and as Steve Post has reported, those 2 drivers, Carson Hocevar and Ty Gibbs, are both short on Sunoco fuel here to get to the end of this race.
19 laps remaining. Carson Hocevar, his lead has been basically an accordion. It'll be 3 or 4 car lengths, then it'll become 1 car length. You can tell William Byron's playing cat and mouse as now the battle for the leads on the backstretch.
Carson Hocevar is slow. He is off the pace, and William Byron goes to the lead. Larson goes to second. Gibbs and Denny Hamlin also go by Hocevar. That car is smoking. It looks like the left rear tire is down on Carson Hocevar's machine.
Carson Hocevar will limp that car to pit lane as the smoke gets worse. He's got to woe it down, not make the damage any worse on the car or a speeding penalty. Left rear tire cut down. Carson Hocevar, who was going to be short on Sunoco fuel regardless, Steve Post, but this is not what they had in mind.
Here comes that tire carcass is flopping up under the left rear in 3, 2, 1. Stabs the brakes, and here he is. Crew going to go with all 4 tires on it. Right now they work on the right side of that car as they do it on the cold and black Chevrolet as he works on the right side, and now around to the left side. We'll see that they can get the jack up under the car. They struggle with that. They struggle. There it is. The jack goes up. Tire comes off, but what was a potentially promising day for Carson Hocevar has turned into bad news here with that left rear flat tire.
Absolute heartbreak for Carson Hocevar, who was looking for his first ever win in the NASCAR Cup Series, and he was trying to do it in front of the hometown crowd. Right now, Carson Hocevar has gotten a change of tires. He's headed back out onto the racetrack, but victory has been snatched from him and that Spire Motorsports team.
He'll fall a lap down, so with 16 laps to go as the leaders come to the line this time, William Byron is now the leader. Kyle Larson is second. Ty Gibbs is third. Denny Hamlin is up to 4th. Chris Buescher is now to the number 5 spot. Zane Smith is 6th. Ross Chastain 7th. Bubba Wallace 8th. 9th is Kyle Busch, and Tyler Reddick is 10th.
Ryan Preece is running 11th. Brad Keselowski make that Preece is 10th. Reddick is 11th. Keselowski is 12th. Josh Berry, Eric Jones, AJ Allmendinger rounding out those running in positions up to spot 15. Michael McDowell is 16th. Daniel Suarez is 17th. Christopher Bell in 18th. Chase Elliott 19th. And Chase Briscoe is in 20th.
21st is Shane Van Gisbergen. 22nd is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 23rd is Austin Dillon. 24th is Justin Haley. 25th is Riley Herbst. 26th, Ty Dillon. 27th, Noah Gragson. 28th is Joey Logano. The last car on the lead lap at 29th is Cody Ware. 30th, 1 lap down now is Carson Hocevar.
Denny Hamlin has gone to the whip. He's just gotten by Ty Gibbs for position number 3. Now he wants position 2 on the back straightaway.
Denny Hamlin side by side with Kyle Larson for the runner-up spot. Drag racing to the corner. Here's Hamlin in his purple and white Toyota, driving it deep into the corner, trying to shove Larson up the racetrack. Larson has to give way.
He does, and he'll fall in line behind Hamlin in the number 3 spot. Hamlin has 4 car lengths to run down William Byron. So Todd Gordon, how do these drivers have to save fuel, and how can they save fuel when they're at the front of the field trying to win this race?
Well, we heard Rudy Fugle talking to William Byron about saving fuel by just drafting on the 77 car. That allows them to kind of pull in that draft. He can lift getting in the corner, still roll speed because he didn't have all that wind resistance. Now as a leader, he's got to be pretty much wide open a lot more time. It's going to be more fuel burn. He and Denny Hamlin both, but they're the 2 guys that were longest on pit road. They had the most fuel. We'll see where they are. Being out front could put them on the edge.
Here's William Byron. He's going to pull the car out turn number 4 up against the safety barrier. He's going to cut it all the way to the bottom. Back up at the start-finish line against the wall. Back to the bottom in 1. Back up against the wall. He's all over the place, Dave, just trying to keep Hamlin behind him.
Trying to make sure also that Denny Hamlin is pushing as much air with the nose of that car as possible and burning as much fuel. Here comes Ty Gibbs. He's got the green light to go after the 5 car now at Kyle Larson.
Ty Gibbs and Kyle Larson side by side for the 3rd spot. Give the spot to Gibbs into the corner. He'll take it away from Kyle Larson. Denny Hamlin getting closer to the back bumper of William Byron.
2.5 car lengths is the deficit for Denny Hamlin on the race leader William Byron. So again, they wig and wag up and down the front side of the Michigan International Speedway. Up and down, Byron the leader in 1.
William Byron running a groove off the bottom. Half a groove higher still, the 2nd place machine of Hamlin. 7 car lengths now, back to Ty Gibbs in 3rd.
Denny Hamlin is hammered down right now, trying to get around William Byron. Definitely not saving any fuel at the moment. Into turn 3, Hamlin takes his car way up the racetrack. Into that 3rd groove, William Byron throws the block.
Here they come off the corner. Denny Hamlin is there, ready to make the move. Chevrolet has not won at Michigan in the last 8 years. Toyota won here last year. It's a Chevy and a Toyota battling for the win right now with 11 to go.
Here they come into turn number 1. Byron now just by inches. Denny Hamlin right on his back bumper. Looking to the inside off 2. Byron, though, gets a good run, and he'll maintain a 2-car length advantage.
Byron actually able to pull away a little bit from Denny Hamlin off of turn number 2. The gap between 1st and 2nd remains 2 car lengths. There's Byron in his Chevy into the corner. Again, running the middle part of the racetrack. Hamlin in that 3rd groove out of 4.
There were 4 and now 5 cars involved in this battle for the lead. They are separated by about 1 second. It's William Byron the leader, Hamlin 2nd, Gibbs is 3rd, Larson 4th, and Dave Moody. Chris Buescher is latched on.
Chris Buescher is scrapping, clawing, giving it everything he's got to try and join that lead 4. He's closing in now on the back bumper of Kyle Larson.
It's been a nice recovery so far this afternoon for Chris Buescher. He got shuffled back towards the mid part of the race, but now he is inside of the top 5 and is starting to pressure Kyle Larson for the 4th spot.
Off the corner, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Ty Gibbs. They're the top 3. Kyle Larson and Chris Buescher has snuck into contention here. Matter of fact, Chris Buescher, who's running in position number 5, has just turned the flames up on the back bumper of Kyle Larson's car.
Larson is limited in what he can do to try and hold him off because he's got to be conscious of the fuel mileage. Here comes Buescher. He'll go to the inside. Larson up high. Buescher by a fender as they hit the backstretch.
Buescher has got a wheel alongside of Kyle Larson halfway down the back straightaway. We'll see how hard Larson will fight him in turn 3. As a matter of fact, Larson will roll out of the throttle and let Buescher pass him by.
18 laps ago, our pit reporter, Chris Wilner, gave us the transmission and translated what crew chief Cliff Daniels told his driver, Kyle Larson. I need 18 laps at a specific pace, then you're going to be good. We have reached that now. 8 to go. Kyle Larson now is 5th.
The problem with Larson is he's lost a good deal of ground to the leaders in that span and fallen back to 5th place. Leaders headed for turn 3.
And up front, Denny Hamlin has picked the pace back up again. He is a half a car length behind William Byron. Looking to the outside into turn number 3. Hamlin is there off the corner.
William Byron playing hard after heavy-duty defense right now on the Hamlin car, just zigging and zagging the car all over the place. He tries to break the draft on Denny. Denny doesn't do it. Denny's there. Race for the lead. 7 to go in Michigan.
Right on his back bumper into turns 1 and 2. They have broken away from the third-place machine of Ty Gibbs. For the moment, at least, it's a two-man dance. Byron by a car length.
Denny Hamlin looking for some running room right now, following the back bumper of William Byron as Byron jukes to the left and the right, trying to break the draft down the back straightaway. Here's Hamlin again, looking outside. There's nothing there this time in 4.
Michael McDowell out of fuel. He'll come to pit lane for a quick splash of Sunoco fuel. Head back to the track, to the line. The race leaders come. 6 laps to go. Byron the lead. Hamlin on the attack in turn 1.
William Byron to the bottom. Denny Hamlin looking up high. Down the straightaways, William Byron, it's 190-mile-an-hour conga line. He goes high, he goes low. Denny Hamlin trying to mirror his every move. They're headed for 3 again.
Hamlin got a really good bite off of turn number 2. He is right on the back bumper of William Byron. Byron this time a little bit more defensive into 3. Pushes his car up the racetrack, blocking the air and blocking Denny Hamlin.
William Byron just giving Denny Hamlin all he can stand, and likewise as they come to the line. 5 laps to go in the FireKeepers Casino 400. It's all coming down to William Byron and Denny Hamlin racing for the point.
Here they come into turn number 1. Their gap again over Gibbs is still 15 car lengths. Gibbs unable to close in. Byron goes up the track. The bottom is open. Here comes Denny Hamlin. Hamlin to the inside for the lead.
Side by side for the top spot here at Michigan International Speedway. It's Denny Hamlin and William Byron side by side into turn number 3. Byron on the outside, Denny Hamlin downstairs.
As they make their way up off turn number 4, Ty Gibbs is now using the 2 cars side by side to punch a big hole in the air. Ty Gibbs is going to join them. 3 cars racing for the lead at Michigan with 4 laps to go.
That 15 car length deficit is down to 5, maybe 6, and Gibbs has Chris Buescher in his hip pocket. They remain side by side for the lead. Denny Hamlin down low. William Byron all the way to the wall at the exit of 2.
And the longer they run side by side, the more risk these 2 drivers have of allowing Ty Gibbs and Chris Buescher to pass at both of them. Here's Hamlin, drives it in deep, almost shoves Byron up the racetrack, but he goes to the lead.
Nobody is sitting down here at the Michigan International Speedway watching a terrific battle for the lead. And the lead now belongs to Denny Hamlin. He crosses the start-finish line. He's got 3 laps to go. The challenge for third is on behind them.
Chris Buescher to the outside of Ty Gibbs. He will drive around him on the outside on the entrance of turn number 1. Gibbs trying to come back at him down low, but it's Christian Buescher to third place.
Buescher will move to third. He's got 5 car lengths to make up on William Byron. Denny Hamlin, the leader, is long gone. He has hit the afterburners. He leads William Byron this time through 3 and 4 by 6 car lengths.
Denny Hamlin's really flexing the muscle now. We'll have 2 laps to go this time by. He's opened up 15 car lengths or so right now on a great 2-car fight for the second spot. Byron's got it. Buescher wants it in front of Dave Moody.
Chris Buescher's all over William Byron. Byron's going to run midway up the banking. He leaves the bottom 2 grooves wide open. Chris Buescher puts his foot in the door. Buescher looking to the inside. Can't make it stick for second.
Buescher will tuck in behind William Byron. Byron again continuing to fall backwards. He just doesn't have the pace to keep up with the leader, Denny Hamlin, and now he's trying to fend off Chris Buescher for second.
Make their way off of turn number 4. William Byron's out of gas. Byron will now pull the car off the racetrack. Byron gives up the second spot. White flag is in the air. Denny Hamlin has 2 miles to victory lane as he runs to 1.
Denny Hamlin's got about 20 car lengths in hand over Chris Buescher, but does he have the fuel to get it to the finish? Here he comes off 2. Car still running at full speed to the backstretch for the final time.
Final time for Denny Hamlin as he races his way to turn number 3. Hamlin has got 10 car lengths over the second place driver, Chris Buescher, and has no pressure in front of him. Here's Hamlin for the final time off of 4.
Here comes Denny Hamlin trying to get every drop of fuel out of that Toyota Camry. He'll take that purple Camry wide off the corner. He'll angle it at the start-finish line. Checkered flag is waving. Denny Hamlin wins the FireKeepers Casino 400 at Michigan. Chris Buescher comes across the line in second. Ty Gibbs, Bubba Wallace, and Kyle Larson round out the top 5. Let's go to pit road.
They are celebrating down here. Chris Gale, the crew chief, absolutely. He's talking to his driver down here. He is, as they won. Chris, congratulations. Congratulations, a fuel mileage race. What a drive by Denny. What an effort by you guys.
Yeah, you know, he's talked about it, right? He's lost a lot of those races because of fuel mileage. It's great to be on the right side of one and win one because of it, for sure.
There we go. That's Chris Gale winning crew chief for Denny Hamlin here at Michigan.
In Denny Hamlin's 701st start, he picks up win number 57. Denny Hamlin is celebrating the win today, from fueling your favorite NASCAR teams to filling up at the pump. Sunoco is trusted to help vehicles perform at their peak. Sunoco, performance is what we do.